All right, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm so glad you guys are here. We have a treat for you. First, I'll tell you who I am. I'm Angel Falk. I live in Franklin, Tennessee. And tonight we have friends from all over. I know we have one in Maryland and Mississippi, and just it's so much fun that we can gather from wherever we are. So thank you guys for being here. And tonight we are going to be focusing on nutrition for athletes. Whether you work out every day, you work out on the weekends, or you're a track star like some of us in the room, we know that nutrition is so important. So I'm really excited tonight. Dr. Odom is going to share a little bit about athletic performance and how it can be enhanced, and you can prevent so many illnesses because, as we know, athletes have a shorter lifespan. So it's very important. He's going to touch on that a little bit. But Dr. Odom is an OB/GYN. He delivered over 17,000 babies. And he was also medical director at an anti-aging clinic. And right now his passion is sharing prevention and how food is medicine. And we can learn so much by what we put in our body. So he's going to share about exercise and nutrition and how Juice Plus can help all of us. And then Brandy and Cameron are going to be sharing their stories, which are really awesome. So I'm so glad that we're all here learning together. So Dr. Odom, before you take it away, whoever is not muted out, I think everybody got muted out. Let's see, there's one more. So just make sure you stay muted, and then at the end we will have some question answer time. So if you have a pen and paper, make sure to write down your questions so that at the end you can get those answered. All right. Okay, Dr. Odom.
Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Cameron. And I am excited to be with you. When in my younger years, I was a wannabe athlete, and I was small, so I really had to put in extra time and work hard. And but I didn't realize the difference in fitness and health until I was in my 40s. And there is a huge difference. And all I thought I needed to do when I was 20 and 30 years old to be healthier was just to stay in the gym longer. And little did I know that what I was doing, as Angel alluded, is I was just accelerating aging. I was producing more compounds that were detrimental to my health, and I had no idea what they were. I just knew that I didn't have much body fat. I had virtually no visceral fat, and I could run all day. And I'm thinking, gee, I'm on top of my game. And then I've started an education process when my mother was diagnosed with colon cancer, and her doctor changed my life by telling me what I needed to do, among other things, get a colonoscopy, change the way I'm eating, but then he said, consume more antioxidants. I know you've heard that term. I had heard the term before, but I really didn't know exactly what it did, or I didn't know how it interacted with my body. But what we realize today that I didn't realize in the 80s, and surely didn't realize in the 60s when I went to medical school, was that antioxidants will save your life. We say plant food will save your life, phytonutrients will save your life. We do know that now today. We did not know that then. But antioxidants reduce or neutralize compounds that we're producing when we're exercising. And, we have oxygen on the planet here. And anybody on the call have any idea what the ratio of oxygen is in the air that we're breathing? If you know, raise your hand or just unmute yourself and tell me. Okay, that's too much time. Okay. Oxygen is about 21% of what's in the air. Nitrogen's about 78%, and then the other 1 or 2% is a small percentage of other things. But we have to have oxygen to live. We know that. You can't hold your breath for 15, 20 minutes and still be alive. You can't stay underwater that long. But little do we know that the more that we're using oxygen in our bodies to generate uh, energy, it's called ATP. When we're doing that, we're also producing a byproduct, and that byproduct is called a free radical. And so a free radical is an oxygen compound missing an electron. Really simple definition. Antioxidants are compounds that donate electrons. So when you're exercising and you're producing all of this byproduct that builds up and it contributes to chronic inflammation, and every chronic disease is directly related to a lifetime of chronic inflammation. So the bottom line is we have the solution for this buildup of free radicals because we can neutralize them so that they're not harmful. And the way that we do that is our body can make some antioxidants, but not nearly enough. So what do we have to do to depend on to get more antioxidants? It's our diet, and especially our plant food. And I usually have my two visuals, and they're in the other room, but I'll just tell you. I know you've seen the plate that says myplate.gov, and half of that plate should be fruits and vegetables. A fourth of that plate, in addition to that half, should be grains, and an eighth of that plate should be plant protein. So the bottom line is almost 90% of everything that we eat every day should be plant food. That's what we should do. What we are doing, though, and what we should do, two different things. What we are doing is we are eating 90% of our plate and our calories every meal, every day, with processed food that has virtually no antioxidants, or 26% of our calories are animal sources. And so you add 66 and 26 and you come out with 92%. That's what we're eating. And that's why we're so unhealthy. And it's why 95% of the people that are dying from this COVID virus is because they have some other secondary chronic disease like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, other things that are, and especially asthma, I left that one out. But we are so unhealthy because we eat 90% non-plant food. If we could turn that around, that will make all the difference in the world, and not just for the elite athlete, but for the couch potato. This is what everybody should be eating every day, every day, every day. And we don't. And because we don't, a lot of us on this call have already found an adjunct that we can add to our diet. And what it is fruits and vegetables and berries that are in a concentrated form. They're in a powder that are either in a capsule or a chewable. We call it a gummy. And it's a great way to augment your diet and give you more antioxidants. And those antioxidants are trapped inside of plant food in the magic nutrient ingredient called fiber. And fiber has so many purposes for us and so many benefits, but fiber is only found in plant food. And if we would eat 90% of every meal every day plant food, your health picture would change, your life would change, your future would change. You cannot imagine how much better you would feel and how much healthier you would be. One thing that we're just recently finding is that these fibers and phytonutrients in plants are also feeding the beneficial bacteria. And if we have an imbalance favoring the wrong bacteria, we have disease and illness, and we have leaky gut and leaky brain. And all of these things lead to chronic diseases and autoimmunity. And I know this is about athletics and athletic performance, but here's the bottom line. We have to have energy in order to move the body, to pole vault or high jump higher, or run faster, or throw that discus farther. I know that Cameron is a long distance runner, So in order for him to have peak performance, he really, I don't know if he's able to determine at this point or whether he can see it in his times or in his recovery, but there is absolutely no question that elite athletes that eat more plant food have fewer injury, have fewer secondary illnesses, recover faster, and their performance peaks. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And so I know that everybody talks about protein, protein, and especially with athletics. And protein's important, but we don't have to eat 90% animal protein. We need at least 50% of the protein that we're consuming should be plant food. And virtually every plant has protein in it. Some have a whole lot more than others. And beans are a great source for plant protein. And for those of us that have been consuming these powders, fruits and vegetables and berries, we also have a plant protein powder, all vegan, that has 8 grams of protein and 13 grams of, of 8 grams of fiber and 13 grams of vegan protein. And that is a great way to augment your pre-workout as well as your post-workout. And when I work out, I do that very same thing, and it shortens my recovery. And I've heard it said, and I know you probably have too, there's no such thing as overtraining. It's all about under recovery. And we want to avoid that if possible. And the best way to do that is with plant food before and after, especially. So I don't know if my 10-15 minutes is up. I think it probably is. I will yield the floor, but I'll be here at the end for questions if anybody has any. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Angel. Thank you, Brandy, and thank you, Cameron.
Dr. Odom, I do have a question for you. Would you talk about the Children's Health Study?
Sure. Now, we do have a way that that we can cover a family of 4, a, a husband, a wife, a mother, a dad, and 2 children. Or I actually have a family of 6. They have 4 children, and one of the parents sponsors one of the children. Another parent sponsors another child. The oldest child sponsors another child, so that for every adult that orders and commits to at least a year, they can get Juice Plus complimentary for one of their children. The child is enrolled in a study. We have over, at this point, I don't know. I know we have well over 1 million. I've heard maybe we have close to 2 million families that have been involved in this program. And it is a great way for especially a young family to benefit from ordering, if they have 4 kids, to order 3 orders of Juice Plus and then to get 3 of them complimentary. So the child has to be at least 4 up through 18, and if they're a full-time college student, they can be a part of this program up to age 24. And it's not 24, they'll kick you off. It's if you can get in the program before your 24th birthday, you can stay in it for 4 more years. So I love the fact that we have all of these kids and all these families that have been impacted by this whole food nutrition, and it literally changes your health, because these kids all of a sudden are now craving healthy eating, plant food. They are craving fiber and phytonutrients. And there's a reason for that. We don't have time to get into that tonight, but I will tell you, when you change the bacterial balance in your digestive system, that is what you see happening. And something else, taste buds turn over every 10 days. So the longer that someone is in this program, the longer that they're consuming over 20 foods every day, these children every day that are plant food, It's the variety, it's the consistency, it's all of these things, and this is a great way for the child to not necessarily have to fill his plate with rutabagas and beets and maybe something else that they aren't crazy about, but literally over time they begin craving these foods. So what a great gift that we can offer our children.
Thanks, Dr. Odom.
Sure,
So
Brandy.
just to kind of, anybody have a question before we move on? Okay, don't be shy. So that really leads into why I started Juice Plus, was because of the children's health study. And with Cameron being in college, I knew that he was not going to be eating. I know how I ate in college. It was not good. It was chicken tenders and pizza all the time because it was cheap. But, with him being in college, for him to have the fruits and veggies, and for me to help myself and have the product myself and get it for him for free. So he just started it in the last year, so he will actually be on it for 4 years for free. So that makes mama happy. And my background is in health and wellness. I've been in the industry for 20 years, over 20 years now. I've been a fitness instructor for 22 years now. I think that's right. And just with my experience coaching people and trying to help people improve their health over the years, I was doing what I thought was the right thing, but until I really started to look at the research with Juice Plus and decide that that was something that I wanted to improve my health. And it's made such a difference that, I want to tell everybody about it. And that's really, why we're here tonight, is to share our passion and to share our education of what we know that can help anyone. Pregnant ladies can take it. People with diabetes can take it. Like, anybody can take this. Even we have a person on our team that her daughter just turned 1. I just watched one of her Instagram stories today, and it's so cute because she actually takes the plant powders out of the capsule. She puts it in a little bowl, and she used to put it on her finger and put it in her daughter's mouth. Now she just takes like a little raspberry and dips it in the powders, and the child eats it. And it's amazing knowing that this child at 1 year old, which she started doing Juice Plus when she was pregnant, but now that she's a year old and she's the cutest, happiest baby, when you watch these videos, it's amazing. But having that opportunity to do that, and then about a year and a half ago, I had a really bad year. And in 9 months' time, I had a lot of loss, including the loss of my dad. At 68 years old, a job loss and a divorce. And my headspace was not in a good place. And having known Angel, so I know Angel through fitness, I was taking her classes until she found out I was an instructor. Now she makes me get in front of her class and teach some songs in her class. But she just started talking to me about Juice Plus and about the business opportunity. And for me, it just was the right time. And I was using it as a side income. But now that we've had this pandemic, this is my main source of income. This is where our business is booming, because people need to eat more fruits and vegetables, and maybe they don't want to go to the grocery store, right? Who wants to go to the grocery store right now? So having that here, for both of us, it's been amazing. And I have to share one thing here that I'm pretty excited about. I don't have to go to the grocery store.
Brandy, you accidentally muted out.
Am I unmuted? Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is my tower garden. It's about 8 weeks from seed to where it is right now. I've already done like 3 harvests on it. And we use some of the stuff that we put in our smoothies. I've got Swiss chard on there, and kale and basil. And I have a cucumber. I have a baby cucumber. Yay. I finally found it today. It's down on the bottom in jalapenos. But also sharing that not only are we getting it with our capsules and our shakes, that I can also eat off my tower garden. So it's just been a good opportunity, especially in this time, to be able to make an income and also have all of this stuff here, so we don't have to go to the grocery store. So, and I'm going to turn it over to Cameron, and he's going to talk to you about his health journey.
So my mom talked to me about Juice Plus and wanted me to get on it. back fall semester, and I wasn't really like into it until January of this year, and I started taking the fruits and veggies, and then slowly started to feel like a lot better after 30 days. And then she offered me the berries and the omegas. And after that, my performance levels and my recovery time just felt amazing. Like I was recovering the next day, even after doing the hardest workout of my life. And so I've always had knee injuries and just injuries in general. And since doing all four of the quads, I haven't had any knee problems. I just started back running 2 weeks ago. Haven't felt any injuries. It's been amazing. And so I recently stopped working about 2 weeks ago. And so Juice Plus has given me the opportunity to make an income off the side. And so,
Yeah, it was just an opportunity that came up 2 weeks ago within the company for me to be able to offer the business to Cameron. And he had made the decision for himself that he thought he didn't want to go out in public anymore and work in the public, and for himself and for the health of his family. So it was just kind of it all worked out, right? And so now he has an opportunity to not have to go back out and work in the public, that he can work from home, and he can, share with his friends and share with his athlete friends. So glad that some of you guys are on here that are athletes that I see. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, wait. Thank you. Okay. Yes, we have a recording. So I'll just show you too really quick is that what we're talking about, because we didn't have any pictures up, are these capsules, and what's in the capsules. It has a nutrition label. It is not a supplement. It is not a vitamin. It is real food. And so what's in this vegetable blend is broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, lemon peel, rice bran, and kale. How many people get that all in one day? The variety in one day? Not me. And then the fruit is apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, lemon peel. Who eats lemon peel? I don't, but we need the nutrients in it, right? Cherry, pineapple, prune, date, and beet. So that's just the fruits and veggies that come in a capsule, or they come in the chewable form. And then we have the berry blend that is raspberry, blueberry, bilberry, cranberry, pomegranate, Concord grape, blackcurrant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke, and cocoa. Who eats all of that? Not me, but I do now through my capsule. And then we also have omegas, which we didn't really touch on the omegas tonight, but this is a vegan omega. And if you've ever taken omegas before, they're usually like very fishy. I mean, I remember I used to take omegas and I would burp and it would taste like tuna. It was disgusting. These are made completely vegan, and they have, it's 3, 5, 7, 6, 7, and 9 omegas. So that's and this is the one that my friend that has the baby, she actually will pierce it and like squeeze it in her baby's mouth. So even her baby's getting the omegas here, which is pretty cool. So just to show that. And then of course we have our shapes that are vegan, and Dr. Odom had mentioned about that. Questions? Comments?
Yes, quick question. This is Gloria. So do you eat these instead of a meal?
We don't. So this is bridging the gap between what we do eat and what we should be eating. So it's that kind of that middleman that is filling in the gap, because we're not eating lemon peels and we're not eating, Concord grapes every day, or eating bilberries. I don't even know what a bilberry is, but I'm eating it.
So you would eat a regular meal, and you would also eat this on top of the regular meal?
Yes. So like every morning when I wake up, I take all of my capsules, and Cameron does his gummies, and he has some capsules too. And so that's how we start our day. Dr. Odom?
Yes, Gloria, our protein powder is called Complete because it's a complete meal replacement. So for a lot of people on this call, and for us, that is at least one of the meals for us every day, sometimes two. And it has 120, 30 calories, and then whatever you might add to it. Flaxseed we usually use, that doesn't have many calories. We'll use a little almond milk, make a smoothie, or some people call them shakes. And then we'll put some fruit in there. And we always put something green, whether it's kale, spinach, whatever is on your tower garden or whatever you happen to have. We've gotten to the point where we're eating a lot of sweet potatoes, and we put the whole thing in there, the skin as well, and just put it in the Vitamix and blend it up. And that's a great meal replacement. And there's a lot of protein, and protein is what literally gives you the sensation that you're full. So you really, if you do this in the morning, and we've gotten away from eating breakfast. We eat our first meal late in the day, like sometime between 10 and 12 o'clock. That's our first meal. You've heard that breakfast is your most important. Well, it's not, but your first meal is the most important. So when we start with that smoothie, we usually aren't hungry again until 5 or 6 o'clock. So we're 70 years old and beyond. So when you're 20 years old and you're an athlete and you need protein and you need more calories and you need more energy, but so many of us in this country eat way after we're full. We just keep eating because we like to eat, and we like the taste and the pleasure that it gives us, and so forth. But that is a meal replacement. These other things, literally each capsule has 2.5 calories. So you're not going to fill up with that, but that does give you the micronutrients. They're also called phytonutrients, plant compounds, also called antioxidants. And that's really the magic. That's how our company started. It was with fruits and vegetable powders. That was in 1993. It's been out now for over 27 years. We have 41 studies, medical, scientific, one-of-a-kind studies. What I love is that everybody on the planet could benefit from what we have. And most people don't eat nearly enough of the recommended servings of plant food. I mentioned that plate, myplate.gov. I've heard that we need a minimum of 7 servings as an athlete. You need more than 15 servings. You're not going to get that unless that's all you're doing. And you mentioned pregnancy, cancer patients, diabetics, nursing moms, anybody over 50, anybody on medication, anybody that's active. You need more. You need more servings. The more plant food, the better. You're not going to eat plant food and develop chronic disease. You eat processed food and you eat too much animal anything, and you're going to develop chronic disease. So we should be eating anti-inflammatory foods, and that's plants, and virtually all these other things are inflammatory. Sugar, so inflammatory. Dairy, not your friend, inflammatory. Gluten, found in wheat, barley, and rye, not your friend, inflammatory. We need to be eating as many of these anti-inflammatory foods as we possibly can. So to answer your question, Gloria, I'm sorry I went around the world twice, but yes, it can be a meal replacement. I'm sorry.
And I was going to say, Gloria, I thought you were one of Cameron's college friends that popped in. I know you. I didn't recognize you. It's awesome. I'm glad you made it.
Professional photo.
Well, she looks like she's in college.
I know.
So, hey, Brandy, I'd like to make a comment.
Okay.
Some of you guys know that I went and got my mom from the nursing home yesterday. She was scheduled to come home on Saturday, but they had some COVID cases on her hall, so that they let me go ahead and bring her home yesterday. And I have peace of mind knowing that I'm giving her the Juice Plus, and that's actually one of the ways that that her legs were healed. It's very severe diabetic and had these horrific leg wounds. And within 3 weeks of taking the Juice Plus, we don't have to worry about the leg wounds anymore. Of course, we have other issues now, but her meal that they had yesterday at the nursing home was macaroni and cheese and like a fried fish sandwich and cake. And of course, that just, it gave me just, it didn't sit well with me. So today I've given her a Juice Plus shake, and then she had a complete bar for lunch, and then we had a well-balanced meal with animal protein and some cabbage and a baked potato for dinner. And and she's very happy with that, and she's doubling up on the Juice Plus because she's 87 years old and she's been exposed to this virus potentially. So we're doubling up, but it gives me great peace of mind. So Juice Plus, I have found, you mentioned the full scope of people. It's for the very elderly as well who are ailing and in nursing homes.
I love that. And you're right, it's for all ages because we all need more plant foods. It's really simple when you break it down.
Glad you have your mom home, Elizabeth.
Yes, thank you. Me too.
So I know that we have given you guys a lot of information today and just educating you and loving on you and just sharing something that's helped us. And so just to kind of wrap it up and give you a roadmap, there are 3 types of people that are on the call tonight. And one is that you're, thinking about making a change. Maybe you can take one step to improve your health. Maybe you can just start eating more fruits and veggies. We have a ton of free resources. If you're interested, we can send that to you, the person that invited you tonight. The second type of person is that tonight you've decided, okay, this is maybe something that I need to do. And then you can follow up with the person who invited you. They can talk to you about placing an order. And then the third type of person on this call is somebody that might need a new side income, or you want to partner with us and share the mission with us. And you can join our community, which is an amazing community of people that are just sharing and loving about our health. And we want everyone around us. We don't want to miss out on letting you guys know about something that helped us. So I want to thank Dr. Odom so much for coming on tonight. You're always a wealth of knowledge. And Angel, did you want to wrap up?
Well, you know what I want to do? I want to get a picture. Everybody smile. Show me your face. I appreciate y'all getting on. We do this every Wednesday. So I love having us come together and share and learn. And I'm already planning my next one. So y'all make sure to tune in. Thank you for being in the picture. Anybody else want to hop in? All right, I'll get it. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, reach out to who invited you. We would love to help you.
Thank y'all.